Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Hey, this is a video that's for Kevin. Who the hell is Kevin, you say? Well, Kevin was my Uber driver tonight, and shockingly, he happened to also be a subscriber of the channel. And Kevin asked a really good question, which is he wanted to go on a hunting trip over to Arizona, but he also wanted to take his suppressor with him, and he wanted to know how could he do it. I explained it to him, and then he told me that there was really nobody out here in the YouTuberverse that had ever done a video on that before. Candidly, I think Kevin probably missed it. I'm sure there are a lot of them out here, but Kevin was one of the best drivers I've had in a very long time, and I said, hey, you know what? I will go back to my place and I will get a video done for you, my friends. So today, that's exactly what we're gonna do because, hey, we keep our word around here. So let's talk about how do I take my NFA item across state lines. Okay, coming to you from day 2 here in Las Vegas, Nevada, SHOT Show. It has been an absolutely amazing event so far. If you guys have never come down here and done SHOT Show, it is absolutely just jaw-dropping how the depth and the warmth that you get within this industry. So I encourage everybody here to come down at least once and check this out. Coming back tonight in an Uber, so happens that my Uber driver, Kevin, a really good driver, sweet car too, happened to recognize me, happened to be a subscriber to the channel, and so we started having this conversation, driving down the boulevard, getting back here to the MGM, and he had a really good question about taking NFA items across state lines. And so the answer really is found in a couple of different things we're going to be paying attention to today, a statute and an ATF form. The statute that we're going to be talking about is 18 United States Code section 922A4. Now, Kevin's question was specifically towards a suppressor that he wanted to take out of state for a hunting trip, and would he be able to do that? And that's the interesting part of this whole equation here, is that there is a little bit of an exception for suppressors. So we're going to talk about NFA items in general, but for most of you who own suppressors, I want you to know that what I'm talking about here does not actually apply to those that are only moving suppressors across state lines. Now, the applicable code, 18 U.S.C. 922, section A4, reads as follows. It shall be unlawful for any person other than a licensed importer, licensed manufacturer, licensed dealer, or licensed collector to transport in interstate or foreign commerce any destructive device, machine gun, short-barreled shotgun, or short-barreled rifle except as specifically authorized by the Attorney General consistent with public safety and necessity. Okay, so as you can see there, they have listed all NFA items that require prior ATF approval before you go across state lines, with the exception of what was missing from that. That's right, suppressors. So if you are going to be taking a suppressor across state lines, either temporarily or permanently, there is no legal requirement that you notify ATF. There's no legal requirement that you actually get ATF's permission. However, for any other NFA item, and this is important, for any other NFA item, you must complete a form 5320.20. There are instructions at the bottom that make it very specific of exactly how you have to do this. You can see right here in section 1, obviously, if this is registered to a trust or a corporation, it would be done so in here. This is really important, section number 2, which is going to be about whether or not the firearm is going permanently to that new location, that is, you're moving out of state and keeping it there, or is the firearm going out of state and then coming back, which was actually the case in Kevin's situation. If he had been required to register his suppressor and get approval of ATF before doing this, this would have been, yes, it is returning. And if you are taking it out of state and returning, you have to give the ATF the specific dates upon which you're traveling. You have to give them the specific details of your travel, because that is going to be the conditions upon which the ATF will approve the 5320. And this is more important. You cannot actually conduct the move of the NFA item until the ATF has actually given you approval. Also really important, if you are moving out of state, they want actually the notification of the approval to be with your new address. I'm not quite certain how that will work. I'm just following the instructions that are right down here on the 5320. So the bottom line is, Kevin, and everybody else who might be interested. If you are going to transport an NFA item across state lines, either temporary, you're going to another state and coming back with that item, or permanently, you are moving from one state to another, you must fill out a form 5320.20. You must submit it to the ATF, and the ATF must give you approval before the physical move can be made. We will link all of this up down below so that if you guys want to geek out on it for yourself, you'll be able to do so. In the meantime, if you got any other questions about this or anything else related to our Second Amendment rights, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now. If you don't, that's okay. That information is right down there in the description box. Now, in the meantime, let's everyone remember that part of being the lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation, how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for the great ride, Kevin. Stay safe.